started all with this mentality of like, we're looking for people that have the things that we cannot teach them.
Mhm.
So what are those things? It's like, your personality, your upbringing is important, but people come from all different cultures and they can still be genuine. The things that make hospitality different from service. A lot of people might not know this. There's service and hospitality, two very different things. Service is you can walk into a shop and, they'll even greet you. They'll say, hi, how are you? Welcome. But it has no meaning behind it. It's like they're just saying, and then they can rattle you out the menu. Oh yeah, this is chocolate chip, this and this. And, then they ring you up nicely and you're on your way. Now, hospitality is genuine connection. The kind of feeling you put into that. That is something that only like I cannot teach people. I can make them better at it, but you have to have that, that in you. So when you come in, you get a real genuine warmth. Hi, how's your day going? Welcome, come in. Welcome to Maxed Out Donuts. Have you been here before? Let me tell you about let me give you the journey. This is what we do at my cookie shop. Let me give you the cookie journey. Oh, we use the best quality chocolate from Valrhona from France. And then we tell them like, how's your day going? And oh yeah, what happened today? What happened? We start to remember your name, and they leave there with a feeling like, oh, it doesn't even matter that we had these great desserts. Like, I want to come back here just because I felt great. And that is what we go by here. And that what my business partner, Adam, has taught me, that we are a hospitality company that just happens to make great cookies or great donuts. That is what we are, and yeah, so that's the kind of a mentality that I strive for. So failure, what I believe, is like, not doing the job that's at hand, that task that's at hand in front of you. So with that said, I used to be very tough when things went wrong, especially as a chef and a military person. But the last number of years, I've tried to see it in a different light. And at the end of the day, it is just cookies and donuts, and we're trying to make people happy, and it's not going to like be the end of the world. Something doesn't turn out perfect. That was the hardest thing for me to let go and I think a lot of chefs have that issue. And there's a reason why those chefs don't make the best businessmen, because we are so connected and passionate and territorial of our product that we can't step out of the kitchen. And if you are required to be in one place, if I needed a max in every donor shop or cookie shop that I had, I would never grow. And that's what a lot of chefs do. They spend their whole time in their kitchens and they get one restaurant and then they get burnt out by the time they're 50 or 60. And that's done. They're done. But I don't want that. I want to be happy when I walk in. I want to make my staff happy. But when it comes to like failure, yeah. Obviously, the obvious, learn from it. Don't take it so seriously. But learn from it and try not to let it happen again. This is a good thing. Like, I try to be as prepared as possible. So we literally have everything on spreadsheets down to a T. I mean, I am so prepared with this donut shop open. It's like, it's going to run so efficiently before I even open the doors that we'll be in more organized than shops that have been open for years. I already know that because I didn't even mention, I've opened over 10 donor shops in the last 3 years as a consultant. So if anyone's ready for this, it's me. It's what I get paid to do as a consultant, open up donor shops mostly. But be prepared, prepare yourself, and don't continue to do the same mistake again.
I know you are very passionate about using the best quality products, using a lot of local products that are available to us here in Florida. So talk to us and tell us a little bit, what kind of products are you going to use in your donut shop? I know you've spoken to me about the coffee that you have in your...
We haven't even touched on coffee yet. That's where I'm going to geek out next. I always like get little obsessions that I get into, and the coffee is going to be one of those that I really geek out on in my shop. But first of all, I'll say, like, anyone that talks to me for a few minutes can see that passion seeps out of every pore of my body. That's just the way that I'm built.
Mhm.
Everybody that talks to me thinks that it's just like the way that I was when I'm first meeting them. And as they get to know me, I'm just like this all the time. I'm just like on 100, like 100 times, like 100% of the time that way. So I just live my life that way. I'm very passionate, but I think that I'll bring up this, what's going on in the hospitality and in all kinds of businesses these days, but especially in the food world, is that with social media you can copy something that's happening that's hot somewhere else, never have cooked a day in your life, and practice a few times in your house and put out some kind of product that you got a some scam recipe offline, but they don't know how to really operate in high volume. They don't know how to run a kitchen. They don't know what kind of ingredients are out there in the world. They don't have the connections with the farmers. Like, this is all the stuff that I've done through the past 29 years.
Mm.
I've worked with the best chefs in the world, James Beard award-winning chefs. They're all my friends here. I know every single great chef that's won like major awards in the city, from Top Chef Jeremy Ford, Stubborn Seed is a great friend of mine. We've done events together. Chef Norman Van Aken is one of my mentors. He's the most award-winning chef in the history of Florida. The most acclaimed the most acclaimed female chef in the history of Florida is Michelle Bernstein. I love her to death. I've been on her show. She was my last real boss that I had, because the last actual pastry chef position I had was as her executive pastry chef of the Thompson Hotel we opened together. And these are things that separate me from the average shop. I know how to make everything, every single thing from scratch, all types of desserts, all regions of the world, from Asian to Indian to Italian. Like I do it. I can write menus like without even thinking about it. So I have all these connections, and I plan to use them. And then you